I know. It's nicer, right?
Lighting. It's the lighting.
Okay, y'all should be coming on. Well, you're gonna hit the Rocky Reyes Latino, the Latino page. My budget sounded funny. I'm gonna see. You guys are on already.
We're live. We're live. Hello, hello. We're we're tagging people. Yeah.
I'm gonna try
Hi,
this.
everyone.
Oh, look, y'all sounding good. Chica, Chica, test your mic. Say what's up.
Hi, everybody. What's your joke? You can start with it.
Give us 1 second. We're tagging because we are in a different studio. So we have to tag our listeners or share it. Happy Thursday, everyone. And sending out a big shout out to all our veterans. Happy Veterans Day tomorrow. We have one here
Woo,
with
woo,
us.
woo.
Thank you very much for your service, Nikki, and thank you, everyone, all the veterans.
All for all y'all's contributions. Family is always good thing to support all your troops.
What's up, Rosie Lopez?
Okay, she doesn't like.
Look in with us.
Did y'all see shut it down's comment?
Yeah, shut it down. Said this is a ghetto Chica Chisme. What?
That's why he kicked
I don't
me.
know. We all like the lighting over here and the camera
I'm
over
telling you,
here.
we're gonna switch stuff up, cause man,
We're gonna have to switch.
heck yeah, I
Switch
like
sides.
this camera. Like I don't gotta put no filter on or nothing. The camera's like perfect right here.
All right. I didn't bring a joke, so did y'all bring jokes today?
I did. Y'all ready for my joke?
We're ready.
What is a heart attack?
Hello, hello.
What does a heart attack and a vagina have in common?
Oh yeah.
Heart attack and a vagina.
What do they have in common?
A heart attack of vagina.
The beat.
What does that? I don't know. You're gonna have to tell us.
They both stop. Coming? No, I don't know.
What is it?
They both come after 3 strokes.
Oh my God.
I was on it, you know. I just had to dig deeper. I was
You were
really
real
close.
You were real close. Oh my God. I can't.
Can y'all tag me?
Yes.
Oh yes. Sorry. Sorry.
Nicole. There we go.
Got it.
Okay.
This is a sound.
Oh my
This is
goodness.
sound like when they can't.
Okay, I didn't bring a joke, y'all. Did you bring one,
I didn't
Angie?
bring a joke either because I completely forgot until she started showing me jokes. I forgot about it.
We'll find no more.
You're the best.
And I'm producing food.
Oh, it's fine.
I tagged some of my new Zumba clients. I'm looking to see if they're coming on.
Oh, you got new clients?
When are your classes?
I do. I have new clients. They're coming. One of them's from Irving. Another one's from Arlington, Grand Prairie, and they're but it's all messed up. My classes are messed up. Right now, I'm doing them through Zoom because it was time to renew my contract with the city of Dallas because I'm a contract. I'm under contract with them.
Hello.
And I did my paperwork. I submitted everything online.
Uh-huh.
Well, they didn't tell me that the process has changed for the background check. So I didn't submit my background check.
You
So
have to do that again?
I submit every year we have to do
Really?
it. Before the background check, I don't know what they did. Was part of it was you were supposed to provide them names of people and phone numbers, and they would call them.
Yeah.
Well, a few days after I completed my online thing for my contractor, I got an email, but I overlooked it. I didn't. Plus, they didn't tell me, "Hey, there's a new process. Look out for another email," because
Yeah.
the background process changed. So I completed it the day that he told me. Last Monday was my last class. I can't teach until it gets all the way through the process with the
Oh.
city. And I tried to pull strings. I tried to.
I seen where
I
you were
tried
looking
to-
for another place or something
yeah,
temporary. Yeah.
That's
okay.
why I was
I have
looking
a
for a
location for
temporary.
you.
You do?
Yes.
What's up, Mafia Moni?
Hey,
She's on.
Moni.
Hey, Moni.
Miss you.
It's me, Moni, under RR Latino.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I try to pull strings. I try to, contact people who I know that work for the city of Dallas, and they're like, one of them said everybody's having that issue right now.
Really?
So I'm like, well, then I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
So that reminds me, like, I'm having to do a security clearance right now.
Mhm.
So when I enlisted, they started, but they didn't finish it. So then they pulled it. Now the military says every soldier coming in now needs it, and if you're in already, you have to go and get one. So they are trying to send me to school, and that's one of the requirements. So I don't have a security clearance, but they're good for 10 years, right? So since they've started the process 9 years ago, they're like, we're gonna accept the one that we already have on file. So now I have to wait, I think, 2 months for it to go through. I got the first notification saying it's in process. I don't even remember doing paperwork though.
Well, it's been so long.
Yeah, and then so I was telling the guy, I was like, okay, so then if it gets approved, I'm good for 10 years, right? And he's like, no, it actually from the like, so I have another year remaining, and I'm like, damn it, but it's like 50 pages you have to do.
Oh no.
Yeah, and Lord knows I don't want to do that.
Heck, I gotta go get my fingerprints on Monday for my handgun license, and I thought that was a pain in the butt.
So quick funny story. Okay, so I don't know if you can see. Like, you see that, Maria?
Wait.
You see that scar? It's a scar. Okay.
Wait.
So
Yes.
when I was young, right, I've always been into like the law and crimes, solving mysteries and so forth. So I was watching one where how to commit a crime and get away with murder.
Uh-huh.
So one of them was to get your nail prints off, and that's what that is.
You were trying to get your nail prints.
Yeah,
Oh my
so at a bank, they were like,
Oh
hey,
my
come
gosh.
and do your do your fingerprints, right? This was one of my first things. And they couldn't get it. So that was a requirement, and they're like, oh, we can't take you.
'Cause
And
it
then
would-
it wouldn't.
it wouldn't do the little thing.
Mm-mm.
Mine
So-
are messed up from crafting. Other
So
damn hot
in
glue.
military, and I asked it dumb, I was like, oh, I don't know what happened. They're like, oh, it's probably paper cut, like
Yeah.
several paper cuts. And I was like, yeah. But I knew exactly. And when I went to the military, they were like, manually, they have to do it now.
Oh, really?
So it really works, yo.
Over there scraping it up.
Just get that knife and just
Just
carve
just
it there.
Cut it in there. It's all right. Just
Oh
scrape
my
it.
gosh.
Oh my goodness.
But what is a security clearance for? What is that?
So military, I'm supposed to go and switch my MOS. So in order for them to do that, they have to have a security clearance on me.
And what is an MOS?
Military Occupational Service.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
because I'm switching over in my contract because I'm only doing year to year
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not ready to do a full contract. I'm doing an extension. I do year from year because for me the bonuses aren't high enough, so I'm kind of holding off.
Uh-huh.
And just hopefully year by year, depending on the administration, usually it goes up.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a 68 golf, which is a patient admin since I have a background in medical
Mm-hmm.
and I'm with the medical unit. And then after I come back from that, I'll go to paralegal school with the military
Oh, okay.
because that's what I do in my civilian world.
Mm-hmm. Right, right. Okay, awesome.
If the military can pay for it, that's one thing that I would say. Like, that's good about the benefits. if you're gonna go to the military, use it to your advantage. Don't let the military use you. So as long as you know what you're going in there for,
Mm-hmm.
do it. For me right now, like because I am with the medical unit and they know what I do outside of that, they've put me in a lot of events projects. So they put me on orders just to do events. And 9 and 10, I'm working like 4 hours, getting paid for the whole 24 hours.
Oh,
Gosh, shoot, that's good.
nice.
Yeah. And as long as they're like, hey, you got this for free. Okay, donate it. Yes. Because we're having a Christmas party. But you would think like I would have a DJ for our Christmas party, and that's the one thing I don't have right now.
You're
Like on the
surrounded by them.
venue,
You're
I know.
surrounded by them.
I know.
Oh my
That's one thing I don't have though.
Mm-mm.
And all the DJs you know.
I know. Over here
I know.
surrounded by them, and she doesn't have.
I was
any
like,
DJ.
don't we have 22 or something like that?
That's funny.
So if someone were to say, "Hey, Nikki, my daughter's interested in going into the military," what kind of advice do you have, or what else would you say?
So go in it for the right reasons. Do it for you, first of all. I have friends that have been in it 3 years. I've been in it for 9 years now. I love it. I enjoy it, but I knew exactly why I was going in. It was never pressured on me. The benefits are great as long as you're in it varies too because there's active and then there's reserve and there's a different benefit program. But either way, TRICARE is a great benefit to have, regardless of what side you're on, a reserve component side and or active. But just stay true to that. Because a lot of people may lose their passion after a while. And that's okay. Like it's a job, regardless. It's a job. And love your country. There's so much times that we have to stay reserved and not talk about political issues because we will be reprimanded, and you don't want to do that. But I think it's great to be in uniform. There's a lot of perks to that, besides the free and 10% off here and there.
Yeah.
That military discount.
Yeah. But one thing that what inspires me is when I am in that uniform, I think about my kids when they see me and they can call me a hero. And that right there, inspires me. And I am a different person in uniform. It's a different, my character changes because I wear that uniform with pride, and my civilian world goes out the window. All of a sudden it's yes sir, yes ma'am, 24/7. And I'm constantly making sure that I respect everyone around me, and it's now superior. Whoever's superior to me, it's always yes ma'am. And just our country is something, and I am so honored to be with those soldiers. Information when we're out there getting it in the fields, especially since I am in the reserve component. When we're out there in the fields, like we depend so much on each other. Those 2 weeks are hell for us. Those annual trainings are hell for us, and we don't have contact with the outside world during that time, and we depend on each other. So only we can relate. And I can tell you that those soldiers are some of my best friends today. I've been in a situation where I had to call for a ride at 2 a.m. and my battles, like they'll come, no questions asked. Don't have to ask no questions. Just hey, you need a ride? Come on, I got you. And the wife comes too. Like because it's a different level, and like if we're sick, whatever, like we're just there for each other. In fact, that's what one of the events that I am doing. It's called SFRJ, and it's Soldier Family Readiness Program. And what we're doing is raising funds for the soldiers that may be deployed and or throughout their military career. We had an incident where in the past someone's house got destroyed. So we were and with these funds, that's what it would be funding that soldier and his family. So it's a great program, and
Yeah.
we've had a Walmart contribute. We've had Dollar Trees, Dollar General for Christmas. We're having a Christmas party, and we got the venue for absolutely free, and it's just all community work.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very appreciated.
That's awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Hi, Blanca. Thank you for tuning in.
I see Greg's on too. Hey, Greg.
My cousin Greg.
My
Mhm.
cousin. Greg's
Greg
everybody's
Gonzalez?
cousin.
Yeah.
He's just
My
cousin
cousin.
Greg. He's just he really is yours, but
Yeah.
he just. I know, no joke. Like ever since I met him, he's just cousin Greg.
Uh,
Like every time I refer him, like it's cousin Greg. Like, it's cousin Greg. Like,
Where has he been? Like I haven't seen him since
he went into hiding or something.
Memorial Day. Out there when we went for
Wha-
Victoria.
we haven't seen him around the
I miss
studio.
you. Yeah. Get a hold of me. I want to talk to you. Love you.
No.
You know,
Sorry, I gotta hit it.
last week we had, was it last week? Did we have a show last week?
We didn't.
We did not.
The week before that.
The week before, was that when Maria
Yes. Yeah.
Calvo was
Mhm.
with us? Well, one of the topics that I had shared for that show came off of her Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
And I thought she was going to mention it.
Girl, she ran away with her stuff. She was that girl. She had something, an axe to grind that night. I loved it.
Yeah, well, yeah, and I thought she was going to share that. So that's one of the topics that I put back out there again for us to talk about today, because it was an interesting one. Let's see. Let me bring it up.
Hi, Edgar. Thank you for tuning in. Where's my
Okay,
girl,
so it
Tasha?
said it said husbands or men. What does it mean when a husband doesn't desire his wife anymore? Does it mean that he doesn't love her?
Doesn't desire her anymore.
Doesn't
That means
desire
That
her
means he
anymore.
has no like interest in her, like
Right.
physically, right? Attraction.
Right.
Or
there-
intimacy.
yeah, intimacy. Just doesn't desire her anymore. What does that mean? That was her question.
Does that mean he no longer loves her?
I would think, because isn't that like all mixed? Like you know, you like if somebody you can't stand to look, like you don't desire them, and not that every relationship is like sexual or that, just like, but if you can't look at your woman or your man or whatever and be like, you know,
I don't even think it's that. Not that, you can't stand to look at her. There's just not that.
But that's the
Physical
thing, like
desire,
that
physical
thing,
love.
because you can be small, medium, large, anything, and somebody's gonna want to, like, you know what I mean? It don't matter.
There's
what
someone
you are.
for everyone.
Yeah, so that to me that seems like, I mean, if you don't desire them physically, if that's what we're talking about physically, if you don't desire them physically, then like what? I mean, I don't know. Like, is there like?
So I watched
that's
Love Is
hard.
Blind. Have y'all seen that?
I've seen a little bit of it.
I
not a
watched
lot.
season
I watched
3.
the first season, I think.
Okay, I finished season 3 yesterday. I binge watched that show. And they get engaged prior to even seeing, because
Yeah,
it's emotionally attached, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Then they see each other, and then they have to live with in the real
Yeah.
world. Only 2 out of 5 of them got married,
Mm-hmm.
and one of the guys was not physically attractive to her, and he's like, she's not my type.
Yeah.
But he's trying to make it work. And then like a week, and he like tells her to watch what her portion is on, and she's not even like, she's fit.
Yeah.
So, but it wasn't his typical girl, and that was the thing. I think like a week and a half prior to them getting married, because I think they have to live with each other like 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
He winds up falling in love with her. And he like sombers because she leaves him at the altar, and she tells
Oh.
him off. And I'm like, Like a round of
Yeah.
applause for her because she's like, you have degraded me, and for what it's worth, I hope you never treat another woman like this, and you have lowered my self-esteem, my character. I have been ruined by this, and
Mm-hmm.
but it was all because he couldn't physically find
For
her
that long,
attraction
yeah.
for that long, and she realized she was trying so much prior to then, and she's like, this is not love. Like, I love you, but this is not love. I am not supposed to feel the way I feel.
Yeah.
And I mean, poor girl, like, she was very pretty, so he's used to the blonde,
Yeah.
that Barbie
But they
type.
were
Barbie
they
doll
were gonna
type,
get
yeah.
married.
So
Well,
it's,
that's
it's
the
a
point
show.
of the
Yeah,
show.
Oh,
it's like
okay, okay.
emotionally attached.
Yeah.
and-
Okay, okay.
You talk to each other behind a wall first.
Yeah.
And so you get to know each other spiritually, mentally, like all this kind
Yeah,
of stuff.
because when
first,
she
and
said
then,
two
like,
out of the
2 out of the
five
5
Yeah.
got married.
got
yeah.
married. Okay, but not so they like act like they're gonna get
So
married
you fall
on the
you're
altar,
supposed to
but
fall
then
in love 7 days, and within 7 days.
Yeah.
and
okay.
After that, you're living together, going on honeymoons for 4 weeks, and then at the altar you say yes or no.
yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
I don't know. That's a hard one. I guess. I mean, it depends on the way you look at it, because I mean, but then they would. I automatically think of, like, what if somebody who has like a wife who is like bedridden, sick bound, you know what I mean? They can't physically be with her, but they can emotionally, but they
For
still love her
better or
to
worse,
death.
yeah.
You know, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Sickness
they still love
and
her
in
to
health.
So
death.
I
Yeah.
knew a couple that, okay, his wife was in a situation. He wound up having a lover on the side, right? Once the wife passes away, he goes back and looks for his lover, right? And I was like, how is that possible? Like, and he's like, well, I was never going to leave my wife, right? But my desire, well, because of her medical condition, there could be nothing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she was already, like, in stages that she was going to pass. But how he explained it to me is that his wife gave him the okay, because she knew that physically she couldn't do
Yeah.
anything, and she didn't want him to suffer, and she wanted him to move on. So of course, when the passing happened, it was only months later that he went to go look for the lover, and I was like, that's just so wrong,
Yeah.
in my eyes. But everybody has a different path.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. That question. That's one question we've had on here. I guess that kind of just dumbfounds me. I don't know, because that's
Yeah.
like a hard. Like,
Well, she had some responses
Oh, did
on,
she?
on that question.
wait,
when
what
it-
do you
Vincent.
think that is? Like, what do you think of it?
yeah. What do you think about that?
Do you think he still loves her, or she still loves him if she?
We're asking
can't-
Chica
if she's
Chica, by the way.
disgusted, or if he isn't physically attracted to her anymore.
Oh, girl. On low, on the top.
Like maybe you could still love somebody and care for somebody and not be physically attracted to them. Because I mean, like for example, I love my sisters, right? But I'm not physically.
Can you
attracted.
lower it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I
I,
def-
guess
I think that's high.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
That's why I say it's confusing, because if you put it in a man-woman situation, it's hard to like if I was married and my husband wasn't physically attracted to me anymore, I'd be like, well, what are we like doing? Like, we love each other, yeah, but what do we do? Like, what are we doing? Like, I don't know. It's confusing to me. That one throws me. Like, it really throws me. Yeah, I don't know.
Would you be with the man that's not physically attracted to you?
That's what exactly.
No.
That's what
The
I'm
answer is
saying. You
no,
have
I
to
would
think
not.
like, what are we doing? Like, what? How? Like,
What kind of relationship is this?
I'm gonna give
that
you
we're
6 weeks.
in?
I'm gonna get my shit together, and if you don't love me, then I gotta go.
yeah, I'm like, what? I mean, he loves her obviously, but he's not attracted. That's how I'm reading it.
So
And
doesn't
maybe I'm
that mean
wrong.
if a man
I'm wrong.
isn't attractive, will he mess around, or vice versa?
Yeah.
Maybe because he's not physically attracted, so he doesn't want to do
See, and I
things
don't wanna
in the
put up with that.
bedroom.
I don't wanna
or
put
do,
up with
like,
that.
No.
Right?
No.
Yeah, so that's
It's
what,
like-
you know, you can't love somebody enough. If you can't love somebody enough to not to, because that would mean him or her have to cut themselves off
Right.
sexually.
Yeah.
Like, even, you know, if you still love me and you want to be in this relationship, you can't go nowhere else, even though you don't like the way I discussed you or whatever. I don't want you out screwing somebody else. So you have to literally physically shut yourself down.
Right.
Are you willing
But
to
what
do that?
about
Like,
okay? Like the other day, I saw the reels that come, and there's a lot where women or men, they say, well, they didn't like me like this, and they'll
Yeah,
show a before picture, and then but look at me now, and then they'll show an after picture, and then they've done all this stuff to, get themselves fit and stuff, and then that makes me think like, well, why didn't you do like if you're doing it now, why didn't you do it before?
yeah.
Maybe they didn't have the money.
maybe they didn't have the money to do that.
Maybe now that they're
And you know what?
divorced, they have the money.
I think a lot of the time men are just descarados because pretty women, nice-bodied women get cheated on all the time.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
I think they're.
Yeah, everybody gets cheated on.
It's just in some men's nature that.
I mean, look at J Lo.
Yeah.
Look at Shakira.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at Shakira.
Yeah.
So okay, so this guy said, okay, so the question again was husbands or men. What does it mean when a husband doesn't desire his wife anymore? Does it mean that he doesn't love her?
Look, we got some men on here, so y'all feel free to comment.
Right.
Yeah.
We want to hear y'all's
So-
opinion.
So this guy said it just means that he's not in love with you, but still loves what you were to him. One thing that I have learned that is it isn't your responsibility to make them happy, it's theirs. You focus on you sooner or later. The told you so's and you never know what you have till it's gone will creep in, and it usually is too late for them. So kind of like, like
Yeah.
the people who go and completely change themselves. And then there was another one that said, I know you're asking men that question, but what does it mean when a husband doesn't desire his wife? Can have so many different answers. Remember, a relationship consists of two people, and if both are not intimate with each other, the lack of affection will start to die off. As a woman or man, we start to concentrate more on our kids, our job, our home life, and a lot of times our partner comes third or fourth. And so that's another reason why you start focusing on other stuff instead of focusing on your relationship and your intimacy as a couple.
Yeah.
That it eventually you start to feel not as close to each other. And then there was another one that said, so to that question, they said it could also be incompetence and or have been watching too much porn, and how those images can really affect their intimacy with the woman they once found attractive and desired. So he's saying that, maybe they're thinking about all the stuff they're watching over there, and they don't even find their spouse attractive anymore because of what they're watching.
I'll be like, let me find out. Let me see what you watch. Let me see what the guy's working.
Right.
You sitting here judging me.
Let me watch a little something myself. Okay. See where you fit in.
Right.
So,
Boy,
right?
boy, yeah.
I don't know.
That's a tough situation.
That is
though.
like that's.
But y'all ladies are married. I mean, I know what I would do, but what would y'all do?
I mean, I don't know. I've been with my husband for almost 27 years, and I've been this skinny, and I've been bigger than I am now. Like I've been I've been back and forth. Like if you're talking about physically, like, and I have never once in those 27 years thought my husband lost any kind of. It didn't matter what size or what I looked like. I've had hair down to here. I've had hair cut. I've literally cut off all my hair before. Like, you know what I mean? Just physically, that kind of thing. I've gone through depression where I wasn't fixing myself up. I wasn't doing stuff, but he was still
There.
I never had any kind of fear of him not being attracted to me at all. Like, so I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know if I guess because I've never
Gone through
it.
Yeah.
Because he's always had, we've always for each other. But if it cut off tomorrow, I'd be like, well, my first thought would be like, well, who else you screwing? You know what I mean? Like, that's just your automatic, as a woman.
Yeah.
That's your automatic, like, well, you're coming from somewhere.
Yeah.
If you're not looking
Yeah.
over here anymore, it's coming
Yeah.
from, or if you don't find me attractive, you have somebody else over there that's
Yeah.
what I'm not, I guess. You know what I mean? Like,
Like I um so we've been married 27 years, um but together 32 years, 33 years. 33 years, yeah, cuz we dated for 6 years. And we've gone through that, kind of like what that guy said, that span where you start focusing on your kids or your job, and it's just talking about it, and there were times when he's like, hey, I mean, we need to be more intimate than
Yeah.
what we're doing right now, like, this is not. And so it takes you just talking about it and figuring out what it is that you need to do to make time for each other.
well, you know what? I think putting it that way, yeah. I don't know about everybody. Relationships, especially as long as we've been married,
Yeah.
go through that.
Yeah.
Because we've been
Yeah.
through there too. But it was never like like I just don't want to be. It was just because other
yeah.
stuff gets pushed.
Ours
and
was
you're
not
like,
either.
When we get to
Yeah.
bed, we're just going to bed. It wasn't never. It was never like I'm not physically attracted or I'm.
Yeah.
It was just I'm.
Yeah,
it's
because
not,
I've been like I've been heavier than I'm now, and even I look at the pictures and I'm like, dang, he stayed with me.
I do. Yeah, I do that too.
Like, I'm like, did you not realize that I'm
Yeah.
bigger here than what I am?
I do the same thing. I'm like, really? And I'll see pictures of us together too, and I'm like, you stood by that, okay?
I know, right?
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
like,
So
But,
would y'all
yeah.
prefer that y'all's man tell you like something during that time? Because I know I looked at myself.
mine never told me anything.
Mine didn't either.
But would y'all, because y'all are having regrets, like or not?
No, you
regrets,
know what?
but, like, you're
Because
like,
I
dang.
did go through. I'll say I'm fine with admitting I did go through where our intimacy wasn't as because I was more
Self-conscious.
like self-conscious, and I
Yeah.
was like, I don't want to be like, even though it was my husband for years.
Right.
Yeah.
And he's seen me in every way possible. Hell, he saw me spit out a baby. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, I still didn't feel like I was like, oh, if I climb on him or he climb, you know what I mean? It's just like not, like, you know what I mean? I was like, I'm this big, So we've gone through a dry spell like that because of
Yeah.
me. It wasn't because of
Right.
anything. And he literally had to tell me, he was like, do you really think that I find you any kind of not desirable? He's like, I don't care if you're 400 pounds or you're 100 pounds, whatever. It doesn't matter. He's like, that's not what.
Aw,
I'm not like I'm
good
not worried about
husband.
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he had to kind of bring me back.
Yeah.
And once he says that, you're like, okay, well then, but
But see, in that situation, like you do want your man to tell you then.
yeah.
Right.
I mean,
Because
like that.
it's your confidence, but he just boosted your ego.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's all you needed was somebody.
That was it.
Was
yeah.
him, right? Yeah.
And the thing was, is like I wasn't really letting him because I didn't let him into that part. Like I was trying to hide that from him, but still, look and be like when he's like, it's been a while and what's going on. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I can't fault him for
right.
wondering or asking.
Yeah.
Like
When we went through it, I think it was just, and I only had 2 kids, so I can imagine y'all that have more than 2. It was more because, work and kids and running around and like, just too tired.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
but it was never, that I never had that issue where I felt self-conscious about it or anything like that. And he never told me anything about it. And it's like I even tell him now, if I decide to get on a diet or if I decide to work out more or focus on my fitness, it's because I want to do it.
Yeah.
Not because anyone else,
Mhm.
not because he's told me to, not it's because I want to do
Yeah.
it for
Mhm.
me.
Mhm.
I want to do it,
Yeah.
It's like I kind of know when I've gained too much because then I start wearing my girdles and when
Oh yeah.
when I have
Oh
to
my
do
God,
that,
yeah,
I'm
so
like,
pull these
out again.
True story. Like
I'm
I
like,
have
okay,
gained,
diet time.
I have gained 14 pounds. The first time in my life have I not made measurements. I've never made weight in the military, even when I did boot camp. I've always been overweight according to their measurements. But I'm 2% over fat. measurements, and I was when you said the faja,
Uh-huh.
I felt it, you know, because I'm like, oh shit. But man, like that really, like we have a sergeant, thankfully, that does like weight programs. He's he's a master fitness guy, so he made a meal plan. I'm gonna start I got it yesterday, so I'm gonna start the thing tomorrow. I gotta go get a membership because ever since COVID, like everything's just been relaxed.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
We didn't go inside. We didn't do any of the physical stuff. But I find myself, and even since COVID, like I don't run the same anymore. My breathing is just off, and that's just something I have to train and get myself used to. Cause I have 30 days to lose the 2%.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's either 3 pounds a month, minimum 3, or 1% body fat.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
So I'm right there, and I'm just like,
Do I really still want to
Well,
be in the
good
military?
luck.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
luck. I
they
gained.
won't send me to school.
I
Oh,
gained
okay.
during COVID. I gained 20 pounds. Whenever we found out we were gonna go back to work, I lost it.
Yeah.
It's like I am not gonna go back to work. I'm not gonna go back to work, this heavy. And I even lost more than what I weighed when I left there. So, yeah, but a lot of people came back
Well, yeah, I mean, you
with
spend
that COVID
that
weight.
long, like, just sitting, not doing anything.
Yeah.
Ordering food.
Well,
or,
during
like,
that
doing,
time, you were getting free food.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
that's what I'm
like
saying.
they
You're,
were
like,
giving,
just
they were
there.
passing out free food and not no more. Hey, Thea, thanks for tuning in. Rosie says, "Oh, he loved you no matter what. What a blessing." What are y'all talking about? Girl, stay tuned. Tell us the Chisme. This is all Chica Chisme here. So just feel free. If y'all want to say anything, feel free to put it in the comments. And
Yes, give us your
Yes,
opinion.
opinions, topics.
So-
we're here for it.
So, Chica, what do you think about that?
Just buy me a new dress.
Wait, getting that. Just
A yellow long dress?
you
Or
know,
what do you
it
call
doesn't matter. Those,
Have to change the color.
Oh, you have
those,
to change.
what she's talking about, though, you could be big or small and wear the same one. Those, like, they got room. Like, they're
Where the
her
Want me to
moo-moo.
spice it up? I'm gonna get a red.
But Chica
I get a
Chica's so
red one.
small.
I
Like,
know.
I'll get a red one.
You want to see
Lady
There
in
was this-
red.
There was this other little thing that I saw, and I was like, "Oh, this kind of goes with that." It says, "Marry a man who loves you more than you love him." My mother once told me, "When you hold a man's hand and he makes your heart beat faster, and he makes you feel giddy and excited, walk away from this man. He is not the man for you. If you hold a man's hand and he makes you feel warm, safe, and secure, hold on to him."
I agree with that.
You know, that's interesting because I think in my relationship, I think I love more.
yeah.
I love more. But I'm gonna hold his hand today and see what.
But
See if it's
waiting.
warm.
I mean,
How
I
you
can
feel?
understand it, but I was like, wait, well, we've been married together for 33 years, and I remember he made my heart beat faster, and he made me feel butterflies, and
Yeah. I'm like,
He
I
made
feel all
me
those
feel
things. That's
giddy
how-
and
yeah, I was
excited,
like, I
and-
feel all those things.
and he also, so you can find one that does both, and,
Yeah, I
and
need
he
you to
also
do
makes
all
me
6
feel
things
warm,
on that
safe,
list.
and
Yeah.
secure. Yeah,
I mean, that's how I felt.
yeah.
So I'm like, I don't
No,
know.
but I mean, I see that in between. But what got me is the beginning. Marry a man who loves you more than what he loves than what you love him. My mom always told me that, and that's the part where I think it's true. Like, he's supposed to love you more. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't, but I'm saying if there's a fight, who's fighting? Is it you all the time? It can be. It has to be 50-50. If not,
Yeah.
it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Because you have to love each other equally, if not more and more. So I always think that it's important, like in a relationship, keep each other happy.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all keep
Yep.
each other happy, things will just happen, right? And it's just
Yeah.
never. And I have a rule like never go to never go to sleep mad.
Right.
It should never be that much. You know, like nothing
Right,
should
right.
piss us off that hard. Go ahead, go ahead,
So
chica,
that's what?
chica.
Yeah, they're
Smacking her.
Uh-huh.
I know Ramon. I swear, Ramon tells me I love you like I don't know, 10 times a day. I'm like, honey, and then he'll say, "You didn't tell me back," and I'm like, honey, it don't. When I say it, I mean it. Like I really, really mean it. I only have to say it one time, like that day, and it should last for the rest of the day. For you.
I guess I'm needy. I want 10 times.
He's like, I love you. I love you.
Correct.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. Don't act like
No,
I'll
he
tell you
doesn't do
that
that.
is
My
my
feelings.
that's my husband's biggest things. He'll and because you know you play around or whatever, and I'll tell him I love you, and he's like, well then show me. He's like, show me. He's like, because it doesn't matter how many times you say I love you. It's even like when we're arguing, because he's like, well when we're argue, you know, well then show me you actually love me, and this argument is not, you know, and I'm like, well I guess he's very big on the whole actions thing. He's like,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't matter how many times you say it, like. You can say
Yeah.
it till you're blue in the face because it's just the words. Right. Just matters about how you show your love.
So then, how do you show it?
It just for him, it's just talking. He wants to know that we're like open. I'm not hiding things, like because I'm very and then putting my pride aside. I'm a very prideful person, and I will not I will go to bat even if I know I'm wrong. I don't care. I won't. And so he says that's a way of showing that you love me by being able to put your pride aside and admitting you're wrong, or at least this time I was right. You know, like so that's a big thing for him, and he's like, if
I
you love
can't
me,
do
that's
that. Ramon
Hi, Tommy
always proves
guns.
me wrong. I'm like, dang it.
No.
like,
Maria, I don't
he
care. I can be proven
does.
wrong. I can
I'm
look him
like,
dead in the face and be proven wrong and say, and? I'm like, but if you listen to my way, like, yeah, I'm bad.
Right.
I'm bad about that. Like, it's horrible. It's horrible. And he'll tell me, he's like, put your pride away for 2 seconds and listen to yourself.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh, I will, but it doesn't work. So I work on that on a daily, like,
Yeah.
I work on it.
But yeah, he and one time when I said that, he stopped telling me I love you so much, and I was like,
You
not
missed
telling
it.
me no more. Then I missed it.
Yeah, I know.
Then I missed it.
See?
Ándale fregada. Tell me
See
again.
What happened was I forgot to tell you.
I know. I was just kidding.
So
You
now
thought I
he's
was
back to
being
what?
for real?
He's back
Tell-
to 5.
tell me again.
He tells you 5 times a day now.
Tell me again, please.
Don't ever listen to me when I say crazy things like that.
I know.
Just don't listen to me. Oh my goodness, that's insane. I don't know. It's crazy because when you're married for so long, like it's like you look back and like how we're talking about things like that. You know what? This is really how like, because being married, you don't look at the everyday aspect of things. Like maybe how like you dating, how you would look at things in your dating life, where we dated so long ago. We look at now and things that you say, we were like, oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. I haven't even thought about that in this many years. You know what I mean? So I guess it's
Yeah.
always like a work in,
Yeah.
granted it is. It's a work in progress. Like you're
That's right.
constantly, your marriage is never the same all the time. You know, if it does get the same and it's repetitive, that's not,
That's not
you
a
don't
good
want
thing?
that. You know, that's not a good thing. Like,
Okay.
like you don't want your marriage just
taking
to be
notes.
like, you fall into a rut and you're like,
So Ida Thea says, a wise lady once told me to always make sure you look good for your man because all day he's looking at beautiful women. They can't help it. It's in their nature. What you think about that?
shoot.
Handsome.
I don't know what you're talking. No, I'm just kidding.
I look at handsome, not beautiful.
Exactly. I mean,
I don't know.
I kind of agree. I agree. I agree. I
look
agree.
good for my man when we're going somewhere. We're out, and every once in a while, at home, I'll do, but I'm a stay-at-home mom. I deal with my
Yeah.
kids. I pick up.
Yeah.
I'm not about to do my hair and my makeup every day. I'm sorry. you love me, you're gonna love me the way I look, and you know the way I wake up in the morning with my hair all crazy and everything, and you're still here after 27 years, we're good. Like, I don't do it every day because maybe if I was working out of the house all the time, then I have to like look presentable.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But now if my husband tells me we're going out, I'm gonna look damn good. Like I'm gonna look as good as I can.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going out together and we look good together.
Yeah.
And
But
make
just
you look good.
yeah,
Yeah.
but just like every day, it's like I'm not.
But
I'm
it's
not an
funny
everyday
because
person.
sometimes, like Ramon will say, "Okay, well, let's go here," and I'm like, "Well, no, I have to do my hair and my makeup." No, you don't.
Yeah.
Just
The Ricky well,
like,
because mine. Even,
yes,
you
I
know
do.
What? I will say, I tell him I got to put my eyebrows on.
I do that a lot too.
eyebrows on.
Well, at
And
least
he's
let me
like,
put my
"What?"
eyebrows
Yeah,
on.
I'm like, at least let me put my eyebrows. So I do that. I'm like, I don't want to go looking crazy. And he's like, what? We're just going to the grocery store. I'm like, but you want to see me without my eyebrows on at the grocery store?
And I'm like, how do you know we're not going to run into anyone? We know that.
So she said about dating, right? So my thing is if I'm around you and I don't have makeup, that means I feel comfortable around you. And that means like, okay, you're kind of like a step ahead, right? Because I feel comfortable around you. That I don't need to get all dolled up. And then when it starts, so the other day, I was like, okay, so like this is like the fourth time, like I don't give a crap anymore. Like I'm going with no makeup on, whatever. And then I was told, you don't ever get dressed up for me. I was like,
What? It's been 4 times.
so excuse
I'm
me, but
counting.
this is a benefit. If you can't be natural.
You should be glad you're seeing me like this, okay?
I'm gonna take you off the rotation.
Right?
You
Gotta
you
get to
should
stepping.
feel.
Shoot.
I know you should feel special.
Yeah.
That you
done
get to
seen
see
me in all
this
my glory,
side of me.
like,
You get to see this side of me.
No lashes, no eyebrows, no nothing.
Oh my God.
And it's because like, especially like I was going like every day, like I was doing something. So that's a lot of work,
Yeah.
And if depending on what the event is, I'll go get my makeup done. So that takes like it's a process.
Yeah.
So I took that dude with me. You're gonna learn. You want this life? You're gonna learn today.
You see what I gotta go through?
Hey, gotta get that bill too.
See, look, Thomas said I like natural look.
Yes,
There
Tommy
you go.
Gunn. See, and he's a photographer, so he understands about the beauty.
Well, I guess I get it. Like if when you met somebody, for example, us have been married for a long time, and you were the kind of person that wore makeup every day. You know.
Mhm.
The thing is, when we met, I didn't.
See,
Oh.
I didn't.
I've
I
never
didn't.
been a makeup person either.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
like, don't come at me right now and
Yep.
say, oh, well, you don't do your makeup. I didn't do my makeup or anything
No.
back then when we met. So get over it.
Yeah, I didn't. Even the night we met, I think the only thing I put on was like some eyeliner. Because back then I wasn't concealer, none of the,
Yeah.
I think all I had I didn't even do, because I was known for always having red lips back in the day. Because it was just like eyeliner and lips. That was it back then.
So what about on y'all's wedding? What did y'all do? Is that the day that they
on
see
my
y'all
wedding,
dressed up?
on my wedding, I still didn't. It was
didn't.
very simple. Like I still didn't have like foundation
face.
on, none of that.
Yeah.
I put eyeliner and like a nude. Like I didn't have the whole. I didn't do the.
You,
shit.
Chica?
I didn't have a wedding, so.
I had a backyard wedding, so it was still. But I mean, it was still. It was not to me. It was like, I mean, that's how you met me. So that's how like.
Yeah.
I did. I found a makeup artist, a hair stylist
For your wedding.
But we had a big wedding, yeah. But I think I told y'all before, when I was doing my makeup and my hair for my wedding pictures, because you do it before.
Yeah.
It was the day that Selena died.
Oh.
That they were showing everything on the news, and my hairstylist, makeup, we're all crying there, and they're like, "You can't cry. I just did your makeup." And but it was in 1995.
Wow.
Yeah. But yeah, I got my hair and my makeup, and I love it. I love having like. When Glamour Shots was around, I went like every 5 years to Glamour
Now,
Shots.
I like being like, I like
so
like
expensive.
I have a makeup artist daughter, so
Yeah.
like I'll tell her every once in a while, do my like, and
Yeah.
she'll do me up for, and I'm like, oh okay, like and I was in a friend of mine's wedding, so we got dolled up by like a makeup artist, and it's okay. Like I I don't know, and I don't know, like I don't know how you do it. I just can't. Like I'm like I gotta go through these steps all the time. Like if it wasn't that she was here, like I put on makeup, but I'm like fast with it. I'm just like putting on this, something real quick. It's not anything that's like hard, and I don't know. I can't do it. Like even when I go out, this is probably about what even when we go out, I will do a little bit more to my hair and stuff, and I will have lipstick on. But I'm just not like that. Like she said, I'm just not like. If y'all see me every day, heck, when they had that Zoom meeting the other day, I was surprised I even turned on my camera because I didn't have a lick of makeup on, and I was like, oh my god, I forgot I turned the camera on, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off.
See, that day I didn't have makeup on, so
I
I didn't
see
turn it on.
You didn't turn
emoji.
See, that was
And I was like, how did she put the
that
emoji?
Because I
I
had
was,
makeup
girl,
on.
I was fixing to hit you up and find out because I had my hair was like slicked back. I had no makeup on. But I mean, I was like, oh, well, y'all gonna about to see me.
Well,
like,
see, and that's the thing with me is I feel more comfortable with makeup on because I don't have a nice, smooth complexion,
Same.
Yeah, I have to
Yeah.
cover mine. I have to.
And
cover
it's
mine.
just the way
I
you look.
wish I did.
About me.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing natural, so you
I
suck
I
it in.
wish I could get away without it, but no.
Nothing natural. Oh my god. I don't know.
He said, Tommy Gunn says, what did your man do to
Impress
oppress
you.
you?
Oppress you or impress? Oppress or impress?
It's probably impress you.
I know.
I know.
Wait, hold on, Tommy. Who's oppressed?
And
because
Ida
of-
says,
Yeah, who do you
natural is
think is
beautiful.
oppressed?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, right. I don't know about all that. Impress. What
Well, I think we're going to need you to clarify that. What are you
Yes,
really
we
asking?
need to know.
Impress you.
Impress
Okay, he
you.
said impress
Okay.
you.
What did your man do to impress you? I guess he's asking the married ladies.
I'm trying to remember.
What did he do to impress me? Shoot, mine just impressed me because he was a DJ. So that was enough for me right
was
there.
scratching
Mine
for
had
it.
colored
He was a
eyes.
DJ.
That was it.
Did
I
he
was, when
say your
looked,
name on the
eyes
air?
were Like,
No. Well, this was before all that. And I never even got to go see him DJ at the Rocket skating rink.
no.
That's where a lot of people knew him from. I never went. I said, man, I lived under a rock. Like I was really sheltered. I never even went, and we lived real close to
Yeah.
it. But I never. I actually saw him. He was an altar boy at church. That's where I saw him.
really?
So he always teases me. I know he always teases me.
I know.
You're sitting there at church, just looking at
Checking
me
out the
like,
Bible.
what kind of?
That's
I'm
not
like,
the thought you
shut
should
up.
have
She
had
said
in
she
your
wanted to
head.
get closer to the Holy Spirit.
I thought you could you could be my spiritual guide.
Yeah, Ida says, laugh out loud. I'm here with the DJ.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying?
Well, yeah, because I love to dance. I mean,
Yes.
I love dance. I love music, and then he was
So it
a
works
DJ,
out.
so I'm like,
See, I
shit.
didn't know
That's
mine
right
was
up
a
my
DJ
alley.
until like
Yeah.
about a month after we started dating. I didn't know he was a DJ until then. Because the night I met him was like a downtown festival,
Uh-huh.
a Tejano festival downtown in Fort Worth.
Uh-huh.
But like I said, there was no impression. Just when I saw his eyes, I'm a sucker for colored eyes, and when I saw his eyes, I was like, "You're going home with me."
Uh-huh.
No, I'm just yeah. Okay, he did not go home with me, but I mean, I'm just saying, like that was it. I was,
Yeah.
You made it last forever. It
I
was
know.
a one night. Hey, never mind. Just shut up.
no,
but
that's it.
tell him the rest. The funny thing is, you thought he was what?
Oh, I thought he was white. He said his name was Ricky Flores. I mean, Ricky Flowers. And back then, I was like, tonta. Like, I was like, whatever, he's like, I'm Ricky Flowers. And I was like, oh, okay. He looked white. Like,
Yeah,
his
colored
hair was
eyes.
lighter than it
Yeah.
is now. He was as pale as the freaking sheet of paper over there. Like, he was white. He looked like a white boy standing there. And I was like, okay, I can get down with the white boy. But, and then it turned out, I don't even remember. I don't even think he told me. I think one of his friends was like, his last name is Flores, right? I was like, what? I didn't put two and two together. I'm like, what? Wait, hold on, wait, what? And then the first time I went to his house, here comes his, Mexican family, and I'm like, oh,
Las Flores.
yeah,
Las
I was
Flores.
like, yeah, no.
Mexican
Not-
family
not
that,
what I signed
but
up
all
for.
of them look white too,
Yeah,
didn't they?
They do. They all look white, too, except for his brother. That's the only one. But yeah, I was like, okay.
Yeah, Ramon looked white too when he was young.
Yeah, so it was
Yeah.
like,
And he had feathers.
and
you
the
know,
bad thing
parted
is
in
the
the
night
middle with
that
the Scott
night I
Bale
met him,
feathers.
I was there to fight the girls that he was with.
Oh,
because they had messed with my friend the day before. So I was there to fight the girls he was. So I came in tennis shoes and like shorts and a tee. I wasn't even like.
So you're looking ghetto.
I
and
was
he,
pulling my.
he
No, I
liked
mean
you.
I looked nice because I was at a festival. I went back, so I was like, I'm gonna bring home something.
Uh-huh.
But like I was looking deep, but I was still like prepared to fight also.
Okay.
Like I was like,
That's what he fell in love with.
I guess I don't know what it was,
The
but
energy.
yeah, it didn't happen though. The fight didn't happen. The girls disappeared.
Ran him off and told him to go home.
I better go home. Yeah, because they messed with my best friend the day before. So
Dang, y'all.
is it?
It was one topic.
Oh my gosh, it's already. Well, heck, we didn't get started till
I
after
know
10
we didn't
o'clock.
start on time
Yeah.
today. We had a lot of technical issues, but man, we appreciate all of y'all that are on here that joined us. We had to actually switch studios.
The after dark. Chica
We're
Chisme
usually,
chat.
yeah,
We're
We're
gonna have
usually
to tell
on the
them
other
to
side.
hook Chica Chisme over here because I'm like in a little. Like,
yeah. I think, except for that, it's warm in here, but
we can get some
Yeah.
fans because I like this. I like this camera better. They better put the camera.
yeah. But thank you, and we apologize for the technical difficulties.
Yes, thank y'all for tuning in.
But we will be back next week because then the following week is
It's Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving,
So
so
we
we
gotta do
won't
a
have a
show
show.
early, yep.
Yeah, we won't
Yes.
have a show then.
So we will see you all, guys. Everybody there. Thank you guys for tuning in and.
Bye.
Have a good night.
Bye. Good night. Sweet dreams.
Tech guy, we're done. Tech guy.
Ramon.